Disrespectful, isn't it?
All by myself.
You know, the only real complaint that I have about, and I don't even know why, and I don't know if it's something that, I have a feeling it's more an issue with this machine than it is anything else, but for some reason, on Windows, when you do big file copies,
Uh-huh.
say like I plug in a USB 3 USB and I do a big copy, like 20 gigs. If it's one big file, it goes at the maximum speed. It stays usually between 50 to 75 megs consistently, unless something. But for some reason, it's just so much slower on Linux sometimes. And it's not just me, other people have had some similar issues, but they've had fixes, and I've tried these fixes, and they just seem not to really work. So, for instance, I can emulate the DD tool on Windows, which is why I have that note, and I can send something to a USB 3 device, and it will back up at, you know, it'll bottom out at about maybe 60 megs a second, which is about right. The same thing on Linux, on any, doesn't matter, on any Linux distro, it starts out good, and then about 90 seconds in, it plummets to about 6 megs a second, and it stays there. Jeez. It does finish, but at 10 times the amount of time. I don't know why. And the stupid thing is, I've taken the same exact thing, and I took out the older Alienware laptop that I have. You remember the Monster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That Monster, I took that out, did the same test, and everything works the same on both operating systems. The speed is the same, regardless what operating system it is. Regardless of what Linux distro, regardless if it's Windows 7, 10, or 11, they all work flawlessly on the Alienware.
That's super weird.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So let me see what, I imagine I have a moment before your horde starts. I'm going to try to do one or two last things here before restarting.
Alright. I'm gonna be right back.
Uh,
Alright. Trying to get everything established before I,
Before you die.
fuck. I'm trying not to, man. Like, it's just such a big penalty if you die.
Penalty to what, like a player stat?
No, so it's, is that you in the stream right now?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, what's up, everybody? It is day 42, and getting ready for another solo horde night, because David is not here.
Because you have been abandoned and you are not worth saving.
What he said. And, yeah. But no, when you die, you take a XP penalty.
Well, that's just not fun.
So, I want to say, so the amount of XP you have on your bar is the penalty you take, but you don't lose it. So until you gain that much XP again, you won't start regaining. You won't gain any more XP until you pay it back, pretty much.
That's a very interesting way to emulate the IRS, isn't it?
Hey, yeah, no shit.
Okay, I got you up on the side.
Alright.
And I'm floored, by the way. You remember how I said one of my only real complaints, well, besides the one I just mentioned, but the one prior to that, which I really don't play games much anymore, but a lot of games are slow moving to the Vulkan API instead of DirectX or OpenGL, because Vulkan is cross-platform and it works pretty well. And my issue was, it didn't seem like this machine supported Vulkan. It was too old. I had no idea what it was. And I've tried it multiple times, and I kept trying it. I tried it on everything I could think of, and it wouldn't work. It wouldn't even launch. It just didn't detect any devices, no matter what. Like, it just did not understand what Vulkan was. And I just realized I may have known why. I did all of that before I updated the firmware.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might explain it. Never mind. That's a shorter story. Okay, so prior to that, it didn't know what Vulkan was. But when I tested out all the stuff again for 11, I tried some of the games with the Vulkan option to see if they would run, and they do. No issues, no errors. They were running Vulkan, and I was like,
Yeah.
but that makes sense now, because I finally updated the firmware. I've always tried to update it ever since I had this machine. I kept trying to update it every time I would reinstall or whatever, and it would always fail. It never would update properly. It would always revert back and say there was a random failure, and that was it. It never gave me any useful information. Till I figured out there was, some guys on YouTube who said, oh, well, you can do it this way. And burn FreeDOS to a USB, then put your firmware updates on the USB with FreeDOS, and then update the firmware via FreeDOS. And that actually worked pretty well, I may say. So now it's like the newest version of the firmware, which is still like 12 years old. But hey, we're there. The point is, in theory, it should be able to run Vulkan games not on Arch now.
What is Arch?
Well, it's the distro that I'm using at the moment. It should work on any distribution as long as it supports Vulkan, but right now I'm running Arch, so it should definitely work on Arch because usually when somebody gets something working, it's on the Arch-based distro, so there's a lot of documentation on it, and it's probably the easiest way to do it.
Gotcha.
I have to say, I just really love your ladder system that you have there.
Well, if you don't, and the only reason it's not all the way down is because if you do it that way, and the zombies like breach the door, they can't jump over 2 blocks high. So all the ladders are at least like 2 blocks off the ground. So you just gotta be mindful of things like that, or you know.
Seems a bit cheesy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh shit, that would have been good.
A plain cheese pizza. We can all agree that the pizza itself is simply a vehicle to more effectively get the toppings into your mouth.
I can agree with that. I don't have that in there. I have that here. Do have that in here. Alright. I'm gonna change out my silencer for this.
Suppressor,
Yeah. Let me throw the truck in there.
You know how difficult it is to find a luggage lock that is not TSA lock?
What you mean?
A non-TSA luggage lock. You know how they have all those the little TSA.
Oh, like approved locks, yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically every luggage lock made is TSA approved, which means that all you have to do is take a crappy piece of wood, sharpen it into one specific little, not quite a triangle basically, but I mean, there's universal keys to all the TSA locks, and you can get a batch of them for $10.
Well, goddamn.
It's completely counterintuitive to the whole point of having a lock. It makes the lock totally useless.
I'm starting to get scared. Oh, one of them's ready. Let's see.
Is that a lightning effect that I see soon?
Lightning?
Yeah, or was that something else? It would flash every now and then off in the distance.
Oh no, it's a lightning effect. It's so on the horde night, you see how the sky is starting to turn kind of that pinkish red?
Yeah.
It'll before it's over with, it'll be completely red. And I need the frame.
Is that more than a one-shot gun? Because it's a shotgun.
It's a shotgun turret.
Right. See, my question is a logistical issue in that if it's a pump shotgun, and it looks like a pump shotgun, how does it actuate itself and load itself?
See, now you're asking all these questions, and I ain't got answers to that shit.
Broken realism, fake game.
Gonna put a fuck ton of ammo in it.
Well, let's see. This thing holds 3 plus 1. I'm gonna put 300 in it. Let's go.
Well, it has 3 slots.
Is it? Ooh, man, I was right. Did you take the plug out?
No, but we're about to turn everything on because shit's about to get real in this bitch. Alright. I need to go make sure everything's on.
You know how many people's lives would be saved if we could see that electricity was being pumped through the wires?
Yeah, you see how everything's turning red and foggy now?
Yeah.
So, these traps are working.
Can you hear anything down there?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yep, seems like everything is functioning to par. So now, we just sit and wait.
I see. Waiting on some more stuff to transfer over.
Oh, I should have kept some of them shotgun shells on me.
Ah, yes. To use in your... Oh.
Oh no, I have a,
Okay.
I found a double barrel.
I see. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I was gonna say, I can play... Like, I can play the Doom 2016 game on, 800 by 480.
Jesus Christ, man.
But I couldn't play Doom Eternal because Doom Eternal only uses Vulkan. So they didn't even build the thing with OpenGL or DirectX as Vulkan only. Which means it'll run on Linux. Yay! And Mac if they support Vulkan. But if the update means that this now supports Vulkan, I should at least be able to get the thing to start.
Alright. Oh, this is gonna hurt, ain't it? Huh!
Building something, they jujitsu their way through their hand motion.
Yeah. Alright, so hopefully this fucking works. It was really expensive to make, so.
Which part was more expensive, the blades or the walls, or?
All the traps are more expensive than the concrete. The concrete, all it takes is pretty much stone. But it takes a while because you have to make crushed sand, then you have to make the cement, then you have to mix it.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of work there.
And then you have to. So if you don't craft the cement shapes, which is what I use for this, you have to upgrade from wood to so wood to cobblestone, which this here is cobblestone, to cement to steel. So it's just a lot of farming. It's just it's very time consuming is all it is. But see how red and foggy it's getting? It's
That's pretty red, yeah.
yeah, the shit's about to get real. And God damn it, David.
Just straight up using you as bait.
I hope that bastard joins the stream in the middle of this shit. I'll fucking send him a Snapchat too, bastard. Alright, it should be starting now. Oh, here they go.
I just have to test out a call real quick. I'm still here though.
Just gonna let the traps do their thing. Go around, you dumbass. You too. Go around. Be hitting my shit. Alright, so the metal spikes are effective, but they're about to soon be through them, and we have a long way to go. So. Huh? Sure. But this is what I'm currently dealing with, so.
Okay.
They're like. They're just coming in from everywhere. I'm scared. No. Could you bring me some water? Please? Fucking birds, man. Fuck off. Fuck was that? Oh. Just a stripper. Alright. Still at the first layer of traps. I made it through my spikes, but... Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Alright. don't know why they want to just pile up in this one spot here. What's that? Fuck no, dude. It lasts till like 4 o'clock. Doing good so far. So they're trying to break through this wall over here for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Hang on a second. Oh. You still there?
Yeah.
Alright, now I can hear you. Alright, what you had to say?
What's wrong with the lobby? I was asking about the wall.
Oh, I
They really want that wall for some reason.
yeah. I don't know why.
Good for you, I guess.
Well, I'm not too worried about them, like... If they break through right here, it's fine. It's the inside that I'm worried about. See, they're just kind of running past my traps. Damn, I just went through like 600 rounds like it wasn't nothing. Holy shit.
Like you would in a real zombie situation.
Naturally, I don't have a pistol.
Clearly swapping to your pistol was not faster than reloading when you have to go retrieve your pistol.
Yeah, that little shotgun trap is doing work. It's a shame I can't put mods in it, because that would be very, very OP.
So you just don't want them to get into your little brick position right there is really what you want.
Yeah, the longer I can keep them out of, like, here, this here, the better off I am, because it's more expensive for me to repair this, because that back wall back there is all steel. So, I mean, we have plenty of stuff. Like, if they get to that wall, these four blocks right here are dart traps that just, as long as they're standing on my pressure plate and they don't kill it, it's gonna fire. So, oh, there's a cop. Yeah, those are really the ones that, like, fuck shit up. It's the, like, the police ones, because they spit shit, and, after so many hits on them, they blow up.
So what you're telling me is that they're no different from real cops.
Pretty much. Hopefully these bags don't despawn, because I'd like to get some of the loot. You know, if my partner would be here right now.
He's just out and about. Patrolling, sightseeing. Doing anything and everything except helping you.
And then at night, most of them turn feral, so they're harder to kill. But worst case scenario right now for me would be if we had screamers start spawning in. And they just, like, start spawning in hundreds of zombies.
You said it lasts until 4. You mean that's the in-game clock for 4?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean... yeah. I'm still not done with this trap corridor. Because... like, the longer you go in the game, the more zombies spawn. And the harder they get to kill, so... that, and once we get later on in game stage and we think it's kind of boring, all I have to do is turn up the server settings and we are not OP anymore, so...
Looks like they busted that wall.
Yeah, there's a gap right there, so they think they're just trying to get to where I'm at. Which is not a big deal. Once it starts turning daylight, they get easier to kill, so.
Well, you done already at the half-hour mark from 2 minutes ago. Not even that.
Yeah, I need a better gun. The higher level your guns, the more damage they do, so.
There is no better gun for this. You already have an AK.
No, I just need a higher level one.
Yeah, there's no higher level AKs in reality though. There's just prettier looking ones.
Oh look, out of ammo again.
How about you jump down there and handle them?
I could do that. But I would very much so like not to die.
So you just need a few of them to spawn right where you're standing. Inside, next to those sleeping bags.
Well, so as long as I have my land claim block, that block right there, with the black top, nothing can spawn within 50 blocks of my base. So, all right. So now the event is over with. Zombies are easier to kill again. And David is still a bitch because he did not show up.
Oh no, what a bitch.
Alright. Now we can go down there and clean up the rest of them. Turn off all the traps.
Boomstick time.
Yeah, I missed the killing floor days.
Oh, you mean someone suddenly logs onto the server and goes, turn all your traps on right as you're looting those bags?
Yeah. Because I would definitely die, by the way. That would suck. Ooh. Is that... two pieces of hazmat. That's fucking... I can get down with that.
Well, I guess you don't have to share it.
Well, you gotta have a full set for it to be effective, so it really don't matter. They have like the we can call it the exclusion zone, and you have to have hazmat to go in it, and it's fucking terrible. That's where like the super hard shit is.
Well, I see the only really important thing in your inventory is the first thing in your list, which is either a 38 special or a 357. Either way, that's all you really need. And something to...
Oh, the 44?
Yeah, something to fire them out.
Yeah, that we do not have yet. We don't have anything that shoots 44. So, and if it would be Darkness Falls, so with the regular game, all you get, like, all these things are categorized different. In Darkness Falls, you don't have to put levels like, when you level into something, you unlock something. So, like these, you don't unlock making the guns. You have to find the blueprints, like, to make the shit. And, yeah. It's a challenge because you can't... It's a lot harder to find the stuff on vanilla. Even with... I have the loot turned all the way up just to make it a little easier. Make it a little more interesting. But...
That's a beautiful man, isn't it?
Oh, no. No, we ain't doing that. As cool as the steel helmet is, I'm going to keep... Or the iron helmet, I'm going to keep the scrap one. Alright, so now I just need to go and make a bunch more bullets. Like a bunch. Bunch.
Well, I'm just waiting on, at the very least, this Dungeons and Dragons folder to finish copying over. Might be a good place to, stop the transfers.
Perfect, I needed food. Yeah, the Horde Knights can definitely be very lucrative if you can get to the loot before it despawns. Put that there. I'll make a trip to the trader here in a second. Get my food out. Let's see here. I don't want to carry this shotgun on me. Fucking obscene amount of gunpowder.
It's not really enough. Yeah, I thought about making you basically an empty copy of a virtual machine so you can play around with it, but then it occurred to me it's a really good way to turn somebody off. Because if I were to sit you down in front of this and say, you know, go into my documents and open up this picture, you wouldn't have any fucking clue what you were looking at. And that's just because that's how I've chose to set my system up. And that's the thing is at the moment, it's exactly what I want and nothing else, and nothing less and nothing more. And you can, and it's unique. There's no other system like it in the world. And that's kind of one of the selling points that I like, is I can configure it to act in any way that I can think of and then find to make it act in. So you won't be able to just sit down and go do things.
Yeah, you want it there to be a little bit of challenge to get to the goods.
On the other hand, I would say, if you found yourself interested instead you take the path similar to what perhaps myself and others have taken, which is you go and you look at what's already available and what's kind of pre-configured for you, something like Linux Mint or Ubuntu, or that already have full desktop experiences built for you.
Yeah.
And that way all you have to do is it's basically just you're installing the operating system and you use it. You have your file manager, you have your image viewers, and you have your video players like VLC, and you have your web browsers, and effectively it's, you're just transitioning from Windows to a slightly different system. Because you can find your way through things. That's the whole point of a desktop environment, is to add a bunch of stuff so that people don't have to really learn anything. They can click their way around using the menus. That would be a better place to start. And in your case, if you were looking for something kind of pretty, I mean, personally, I really like the way that Linux Mint looks and acts. I like the way that it handles. Maybe some people don't, I don't know. But I like it. It's pretty enough, and it's super low on resources. It's almost as low on resources as what I'm doing here. But maybe some people want something a little more full-featured, a little closer to Windows. Some people might want a lot of options. Oh hey, look at that truck. Look at that. Man, you're a high roller.
Yeah, man. That's what I was hoping, that we can get a bunch of people to play on the server, and my plan was to make a bunch of trucks and motorcycles and sell them to everybody, so I didn't have to farm money.
Aren't you the industrious sort?
Somebody's got to do it.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to make that money. But the point being is, some, like for you, might want something that's kind of pretty and kind of lets you explore a little bit that lets you explore everything in a graphical way that you can make a lot of changes to and really customize, but without having to edit any text files and stuff. You might want to look at something like Ubuntu or KDE Neon, something that uses what's called the KDE interface, or the desktop environment called KDE, because that's kind of the biggest, baddest, all-in-one. It's pretty close to, like, if somebody wanted all the bells and whistles and wanted to maybe get as close as they could to something that works, has a workflow similar to Windows, that would be your best bet. It's really pretty to begin with. There's a lot of graphical effects and cleanliness and everything else, but again, you can make all of it look how you want anyway, so that's still a moot point. That's what I would say, is if you were interested, just first you'd have to be interested enough to play with it, and then you just decide what you wanted to play with, and you can pick any number of them, but those would be two I would say aim at first. But I like Linux Mint personally, and then maybe KDE Neon. Man, look at that guy. What's in his mouth?
Don't know.
Safe travels.
Oh, him? Cigar.
Yes. Oh, I couldn't tell from the way it was, from his head was on the side at the time.
I've got a job for some.
He looks like he held up from the horde pretty well.
I guess so. He lives in a damn fortress. And he runs away at nighttime. Yeah, once we get tired of playing this, we're gonna probably load up Darkness Falls.
You know, or you could, have you tried Valheim yet?
Yeah, I haven't. I played it for a little bit. I didn't. I think I got past the second boss.
I think, well, it's been a while now. I think we got to the last boss at the time. I don't quite remember. I enjoyed it. I like the atmosphere. It's kind of, you know how when we were playing Minecraft, you could just kind of sit back and,
It's very chill. It's a very chill game.
yeah, you could sit back and that's kind of the same reason I like Space Engineers. It's just the ambience to it.
Yeah.
You fly around, you can look at all of the scenery, you can get as serious as you want to get, but then sometimes you just want to stop and you say, my God, look at this, how pretty.
And Valheim, like the music in it is.
I do, I love the
Man.
music in it. They supposedly added a bunch of stuff. I tried it, it works, and my character is still there. That's another thing I like, is that you don't, like, you can play with everybody, but you can just have your same character. And
Yeah, you can move servers.
Yeah, that's something that I like. And you can have your own server where you can play by yourself if you want to. And then take that character which is what we did for a while, Jared and I. Oh, I told you about that, yeah. Jared, I think he had bought the game for me because he enjoyed it. And he wanted somebody to play with, so he had bought it for me. And we played for almost 2 days straight, nonstop, without sleep. And we had a blast. And then his woman wanted to play, and she bought a friend, and then it tanked from there immediately.
Oh, hello there. Always double tap.
I'm still trying to figure out the voodoo of how boxes transform their they go from wood to cardboard to whatever is after cardboard.
Easy there. I don't want no problems.
You should have yelled, freeze, stop resisting.
Huh. Let's see here. Come on. Where is it? So that means it's downstairs somewhere. Right. But where?
I like those white dollar store fans that they have on as the exhaust and intake on top of that building.
Where the fuck is it? It's in the attic.
You know what I find that H1Z1 had done well, really well, was when you would go into places, like, yeah, they had cabinets and they had refrigerators and chests and stuff that you could open to see if there was stuff, but I liked how they had the placement of items that were just on shelves or just on the ground.
In what game?
H1Z1.
Oh yeah, yeah. God, I missed that game.
You know, you could really just go into the store and actually shop on the shelves because they would spawn items on the shelf.
There we go.
They must have had a sale on those dollar store box fans. I'm just waiting on this D&D folder of stuff to finish.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on, to be honest with you. I'll probably play a good bit tomorrow though. I'm fucking exhausted, man. It's been a long week.
Made a lot of stuff at work.
Yeah, it was just a lot of big material we had to work on. A lot of like thicker metal and stuff, so it's a lot more grinding and like manual shit.
How about you take that truck on that ramp?
No, I need to repair it. Try and get a couple of these little quests done, and then time is it? Still got this whole big ass brownie my fiance brought me. I ain't even fucking eat it. Forgot all about it.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why the traders like glitched out under here.
What can I get you today? And here is your payment.
He just wants to be outside.
I guess.
Much obliged, stranger.
Yeah. Give me another job.
I'm in a bit of a quandary. You the man.
Alright, let's see here.
You should just paint that like the old Jurassic Park Jeep.
Oh. I wish you could. Oh, I'm hoping they add like more vehicles.
Like a Prius.
No, like a fucking SUV to where you can ride more than 2 people at a time in a car. That'd be fantastic. Let me go put a bunch of shit away. I don't have bullets, so I ain't gotta worry about that.
Those little gold-looking coins, you have 6,338 of them.
That's just like currency. They're called Duke tokens. And you can find old cash and sell trade the cash for the tokens. This is what you use at the trader.
Yeah, it's like bottle caps from Fallout.
Yeah, exactly. Except for they're not that rare. Calm down, bro.
It's always the biggest thing about having a reset on humanity is that when you lose a common currency, it always devolves back into a barter system.
Yeah, that's why people were buying silver up like crazy. Whoa! Fuck you came from? Yeah, hopefully David will be on tomorrow and we can get a bunch of shit done. And that's why you always keep a sharp shovel, kids.
shovels are a very universal type of tool.
Guess I gotta go back upstairs. Sure thought it was downstairs. Caden hadn't been on like here lately either. Really. I miss in Darkness Falls they have a it's like an impact wrench, so you can like take cars apart fucking really fast. You ain't gotta do all that extra bullshit.
Swerve that car around.
I keep waiting to see that motherfucker text me. He won't though. I bet he's sleeping.
He might wake up in 4 or 5 hours and see if anybody's there.
Yeah, his sinuses have been bothering him, and
Here you go.
so he hadn't been doing anything either.
Just say the word. I have a task for you.
Funeral home.
Because this kind of makes us friends.
I think it's like in the attic.
How does he know about all these things he needs in all these places?
I just work here. Was a good, good ass fucking brownie out of that.
All right for you.
Made me hit that 2-wheel motion in this bitch. Pretty sure this is sacrilegious, but why didn't it update? Is it right here? It's always good when the fiance goes and supports the stream.
How wonderful.
She does love me.
You're supported in all walks of life. Looks like the preacher was coming prepared.
Yeah, no shit, huh? Excuse you, sir, but I don't want what you're selling. It's off.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he was having a good time.
No, it's one of the irradiated zombies. So part of their thing is that they regen health really fast, and this mod here stops them from regenerating health as fast. Alright, so where the fuck?
1 second.
Oh, it's over here, ain't it?
high.
Is it down below? I guess so. Come on, pop out of there, you fucker.
Every house in this game must have gotten their wood.
Must have got what?
Must have gotten their lumber from the same place.
Huh.
It's all that, like a dark, varnished wood.
I could go loot this real quick.
Goody.
Do I have bullets?
I saw that swerve.
Just gotta be careful here because there's mines.
And what is this place?
It's just a POI. They have like a bunker under it.
Oh, looks like you found it.
Bastard. I'm sure. Did you go through it yet? Yeah, you motherfucker. Like.
Uh-oh, have we heard from him?
Yeah. I wasn't gonna wait on you. Like. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alright, so. Ooh. Hunting rifle? Alright. We'll go drop down to the main loot.
Obviously the bunker didn't work too well.
Huh?
Obviously the bunker didn't work well.
No, it was effective, but like once you loot it, most of them have like a back door type situation. And once you find your way out, I mean, you can always just go back in the same way you came out. Nope, not that one. Modify. Put that in there. Where can this go? Leg or chest, right? Perfect.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm waiting to make sure, but I might have a computer coming to me.
No shit.
We'll see, I don't know.
Is it a decent computer?
But it's Jared's old one.
Oh, nice.
So I'm trying to... we really don't have any money left over at the end of the month because of all the fines and shit.
Yeah.
And Charles Rill. Mostly because of him. And we just really don't have much to spare. So I'm trying to find a way not to have to spend money.
Yeah.
So if his works already, I know it works because he's literally talking to me on it. You know? If I can save money and not have to kind of try troubleshooting something and I just get it and it works and the end of it, then that's less I have to spend.
Yeah, well, either way, man, if you still want my old one for the parts, you're welcome to it.
I appreciate it. I don't know what, I mean, at the very least I can look at it and just not be dependent on it. If I can get it working, that's great. I have a feeling I can find a use for it. If not, depends on what's wrong with it. If it's nothing serious, maybe fix it up and use it as a storage server or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big ass case, so.
I mean, I find that this is an oddity that when you don't have anything anymore, you tend not to want anything either.
Yeah, I understand that.
And it kind of makes you nervous when you might end up getting something because then you have something to lose.
Something to worry about.
So there's that. The other thing is just my storage issue. I just don't have enough storage space.
Like how much? I mean, I have a small SSD. I mean, it ain't nothing by any means.
Well, the issue is a lack of being able to put important things in more than one place because no one place can hold all the important things.
Yeah.
So there's no way to back up something that I must have. That's the problem. There's no good way of, not everything can fit all in one place and then I can't back up all the really important stuff to say one extra place in case one of the others fail. There's this very careful musical chairs game.
Great doing business with you. Come back and tell your friends. I'm in a bit of a Godspeed.
No, I'm hoping I can play a few things and be able to read the text on the screen now, even if I don't get to play much.
Yeah. Hey, do you need a monitor?
I'm not sure.
Well, I have
No.
one. I have that LG. It's a 29 and a half. Remember that old LG ultra wide Steven used to have?
Kind of.
Well, I
Maybe.
ended. Well, the monitor I used forever until a couple months ago.
I don't know.
I mean, it still works fine.
I remember him having a big monitor, but I didn't ever know what you used because I never saw anything that you ever used.
Yeah, it's a LG 29 and a half. I think it's 2560 by 1080.
My goodness. Do you know how many tables I can put on that thing?
But it was a good monitor. It has a like a little stripe in the screen, but it still works fine. So that's I didn't want to spend the money on a new monitor, but whenever that deal came up on that Alienware, I couldn't pass it up.
An Alienware.
Not an Alienware, a Dell gaming monitor.
I see. Gotcha.
I think they're 34 inches. I paid $270, I think, plus the tax. They were regular like 5 something.
Well, that's a fair price to knock off those things, huh?
Yeah, it was their winter sale, like the end of the year sale or whatever. So I bought one, and then I was telling my fiance, man, if I had the money, I'd fucking buy another one. And she went like behind my back and ordered me one. So
Well, look at that. She buys you a monitor. She subscribes to your stream. It's a match made in heaven.
I guess. She gonna get me spoiled, and then, you know.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's implementing a dependency.
Yeah. It's gonna be like the government before it's over with.
You're just gonna expect a check at the end of every month. Huh?
Yep, just gonna wait for my allowance. Oh! Get your ass out of here, fatty. You spit at me.
Man, I tell you what, they really went out of their way to make sure that the cops are as realistic as possible.
Jesus. Dress shoes? Suit pants.
You gotta look good while this is all going on.
I don't need that anymore. So he read my text that said, yes, I did it, and never replied.
Ain't that just pure lack of respect for you, huh?
Sit your ass down, bitch.
How do all of these houses in this area all have these hot water heaters and these indoor, in-attic furnaces everywhere, and they don't all blow up or catch on fire? They're totally made out of dry rotted wood.
Fuck, I don't know. Is there a basement? Oh, it's in the garage.
In the crunch.
Crunch.
Hey, guess what? You're out of stamina.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
That was awfully mean. Doing that to him like that.
I digress. Alright. Fuck out of here.
Man, look at those bricks floating.
Don't worry about that, man. Alright, so now my next big problem that I'm going to have is power. I'm going to need a lot more power.
Power.
Pretty much.
So, was it a aesthetic choice or a design choice to have those two large mufflers the way that they are?
I don't know. Hashtag redneck things.
Do the lights on the truck work?
Yep. There's a...
Do the top lights work or just the front ones?
I think you have to have the mod. There's a mod to that you gotta put on the truck to make the top lights work.
I gotcha, I see.
I can make it, I just haven't yet. I don't know what time. Did they close at 21?
At 9 p.m.
You've made my day, and here is your payment.
So does he kick you out or does he wait for you to leave?
Oh no, they kick you the fuck out.
It's like the trader in Kill was the thing?
Killing floor?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly like that. This zombie sounds like he's gonna shit himself in a second.
He might.
Open. Scrap that. There. Where's these buried supplies at?
Is there a first person view or is it just third person?
There's... How do I switch? I don't... You could switch, I don't remember how to do it.
I was just curious.
Alright.
Was that paradrop thing?
Where?
It was to your...
Oh, that back there? They do... It's random airdrops. But that one's broken for some reason. It's not actually there.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Oh wait, why am I I doing this?
So, the point is just to find buried supplies.
Yeah.
Hey look, you found space engineers.
Pretty fucking close to it. So Space Engineers has quests now?
Yeah, this is the trading stations and the NPCs and stuff. I think I mentioned before sometime. There's also, like they have NPCs already, but they have some mods that make it so that NPCs are a little more useful, if that's the word. Like it adds additional AI to them, and it helps them act more like an actual friend or enemy. Like one of them, I think, is a Reavers mod, which is basically some space pirates who will come and randomly attack you or try trading with you or stealing from, stuff like that. I haven't looked at it too much because there's still so much in the regular game that I hadn't had a chance to look at yet.
Yeah.
I was just looking at some of the most famous mods, and that was one of them. Which kind of stuff like that I don't mind. What I don't mind is when they make a bunch of weird mods that just totally overshadow half of the stuff you can otherwise do in the game.
Yeah, it's not very fun.
For instance, it's like, boy, I wish I had a cannon that had a 60,000 kilometer range. Well, why? I mean, what good does that do? As far as the fun for the gameplay. Yeah, you can fire at somebody on another planet, but what's the point? Or there was one mod where you have to open the K menu to change settings on stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this was a mini K menu that you didn't have to actually open. You would just hover your mouse over the block, and it would throw up a semi-transparent menu just for that block's settings, and then you could change everything from there with just the mouse wheel and stuff, like without actually having to go through all of it. And I thought that was pretty neat too.
Yeah, you see something like that, that's like a quality of life change. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, or like a stack mod to change a stack size in a crate from like 1,000 to like 50,000.
Yeah, which really, we used to do that, yeah, but I don't find it's that much of a problem anymore in Space Engineers because there's a weight limit. So it doesn't matter what the stack size is, there's a weight limit.
Yeah, even in crates.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's very realistic.
Regardless if you have a stack size maximum of 1 million, it doesn't matter, you're only going to fit 10,000 of them in there.
Yeah.
So there's really no point, and they changed it so that the stack size is dynamic, so there is no, like, even the player inventory is not a stack size, it's a weight size.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, they kind of did away with some of those things, so stuff like that's not really necessary. Of course, you do tend to have people, like some Stevens we know, who will change the weight limit for your person to be damn near unlimited.
Yeah.
And totally undoes the point of having to use a ship at all. Because like me, I like making the ships, I like using them, but I also like making drones and remoting using drones, and to see how much I can do without actually being in my character.
Yeah, like what can I get away with?
Yeah, and I really enjoy that. And, you know, it kind of takes away from it when you have somebody who built a nice little atmospheric welder drone, per se. Like a really tiny welder for on Earth, remote drone, to help weld stuff together. And then you crank up the player inventory and the welding speed of your character welder by times 100. Well, what's the point of making a ship to weld at all? There's not, because there's no way it can compete with you. One other thing, I'm actually surprised they don't have it in the game officially yet, is shielding, like energy shields.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of energy shield mods. I'm just surprised with, like, they've had mods for energy shields for a long time. Years of them. But they never really officially added it to the game. But they added the safe zone stuff to the game instead, which is technically a shield. It's just doesn't act like a shield unless you're not supposed to be in there, in which case it acts exactly like a shield.
I need to use this. I need to take that. Use one. What is this? Broken bone?
They said you won't stay up too late, and this is almost done. Rather than starting anything gloriously outdone in and of itself, one thing I think you might like is if we do the little pre-existing missions that they have. I think the first one is called the first jump.
Oh, on
On Space Engineers. It's like a little mini mission that they walk you through, and it kind of teaches you some basics about the game, but it's not exactly hand-holding. It's just kind of really quick intro. Here's how you move. Here's how you fly. Welder grinder, now I need you to go do this thing and fix this ship and escape these people and blow up this wall. And, you know, it's like a 3 or 4 part little mini mission. I think it takes like 15 or 20 minutes to actually do it. If it's still the same. I think it is still the same. But that was really fun. We should do that before you go. Not the whole one, because they have some of them that are a bit more intense than that.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I'd be down to do it tomorrow. I mean, we could play Space Engineers tomorrow. Like, we get on and just play that, because I don't know if David plans on playing this tomorrow, so.
He's left you high and dry.
For now. He always comes back.
He always comes back in the end.
But yeah, just,
You cannot have my soul. It's already ours, mortal.
That. Money, silver. Nitrate needs to go in here.
Looks like you have a lot of gas.
We have some. It's really, it looks like a lot, but it ain't much. Now this will be 200,000 gas right here once it makes.
Is that what's
These here.
a lot of gas?
I mean that's a lot of gas. 200,000 gas is that's a good bit.
Keep going back to the old spacey boys. You know, uranium used to be the only power supply to power ships. Of course, you know they added different things, but now, since uranium is less available, it really is the cat's meow. Once you manage to get a nice bit of uranium, that thing is worth.
Yeah, did you go look at oh, what was it called? Hang on a second. Planet Nomads. That's what it is. But it's pretty much like space engineers on crack.
Понеслась.
I'm looking at what you got.
It's pretty much the same principle. Build trucks and all that shit, and you know the crafting menu's different, but hang on, I got a visitor.
You have a visitor?
Somewhere. A screamer somewhere.
Are you going to be putting down those bungee sticks again?
Yeah, I'll have to craft some more.
Tap, 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 tap.
Where is she? Am I not close? Oh, that ain't good. Oh, that just scared the shit out of me. Oh, I think she screamed. Oh, I think she screamed. Oh, I think she screamed.
And what's that about a screen?
She, fuck. She didn't scream. Okay. Maybe she did. She definitely did. She, spawns hordes. Well, that's a fucking problem.
You got that. What are you talking about? I believe in you.
No, they put a hole in the wall.
Yeah, you can just fix it, right?
Yeah. I just gotta put some blocks down, but I ain't doing that right now. I'm about to be asleep.
You're getting old.
Yes. Put those going. Bullets are so expensive in this game. Like the amount of gunpowder to like everything else is fucking ridiculous. Like 1.556. It's 3 gunpowder for every 556.
Kind of reminds me of how Ark did it. A certain number of spark powder, gunpowder, per bullet.
Yeah, pretty much. Getting there. We just gotta get a whole lot more ammo going than what we got. So, got a good bit of gunpowder. Just gotta get lead. Some more lead going. Have a little bit. But it takes a lot of clay. A lot of clay. So,
Clay for bullets.
to make the bullet tips, it takes lead and clay. Like to do a casting type deal, I guess.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, because you got to make bullet tips, then you got to make the casings, and then the gunpowder, and then combine them together. But this is what I was talking about, the cement. You gotta craft the actual cement right here, and then you have to take it over to here and make concrete mix out of all of this. So
So the basic block is plywood?
well, see, this is what the new frames look like, but this is what it used to be. Plywood. So it would be, you would go from wood. I know I got some cobblestone. Let me go. Watch, I'll set one down out here. So you would go from see, this is like the upgraded wood. See, basic wood, upgraded wood. Then you go to cobblestone. But once you upgrade it, you can't pick it up anymore. You have to break it back down.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and the concrete, the way I do it, the way I like to build is, so, see these blocks on the floor are 5,000 already. I didn't put those there. That was automatic. And these blocks are the ones I placed. They're 5,000 automatic. So if you can find something with a strong foundation already for a building, you won't have too many problems. Now, all that stuff you seen them break through on the bottom is all cobblestone. So it's I think like 2,500, something like that. This is 10,000, but it's steel and it's very expensive.
Can you repair them if you have to?
The steel?
Any of it?
Yeah. Yeah, all of it's repairable as long as you have the material. Like, to repair the cement, all I would need is the concrete mix. steel, the steel you need, forged steel, and then so on and so forth.
Were those red bricks already there?
No, I painted it. I painted it all with the, there's a paintbrush somewhere, right here. And all you gotta do is press R, and you can pretty much paint whatever. As long as you have the paint in your inventory, that's it there.
I got you.
Alright. Well, I am going to bed, so
That's good.
we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what times exactly. We'll probably want to go somewhere and probably go eat for my birthday and
When's your birthday?
Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday or next, like, the Tuesday that passed?
No, it's this Tuesday coming.
Ah. Happy birthday, because I will forget.
Yeah, I'm bad with remembering birthdays. My own included. But, yeah, we'll probably go get something to eat and whatnot. And probably be back at some point. It's easier to plan for the play at night, usually.
Yeah. Yeah, if, depending on if my fiance has anything she's wanting to get done, I'll probably play for most of the day, but if not,
You tell her that you have already been abandoned.
huh,
And you cannot be abandoned again. That she must help you by allowing you to play.
huh. But, yeah, just, hit me up on Steam in a DM, and I have the app on my phone, so it should pop up.
That works for me. You little bastard, you got me yawning.
Tip.
Yeah, that'll work. I might, stretch my legs and see, I don't know, I just like to play something. I have the itch for Space Engineers, I want to play Valheim, I want to try Doom, I just want to play every fucking thing, and I can barely play any of it.
Yep.
So,
All right, man.
have fun.
All right.
Bye.